Hello again everyone and welcome back to The Witcher 3. We are back here in the in Skellige for the wake for King Bran. And we apparently need to talk to Yennefer in private. We can't talk to...
Got a minute?
We can talk to Ceres.
Sad when someone like Bran dies. Everyone says he was a good king.
It's not fitting to speak elsewise about the dead.
Mean you don't agree?
Bran spent his life at sea. And while he was away, old feuds flared, devouring the Isles from the inside. Folk grew furious, claiming there was no one to mediate, resolve quarrels. But then Bran would return with loot, throw a feast, let the mead flow in rivers. And everyone loved
so he
him
kind
again.
of threw distraction more than anything else. Interesting.
Farewell.
Well, that's one way of ruling, I suppose, isn't it? Try and make everyone happy by certain actions. Okay. Well, let's talk to Yennefer in private.
Geralt, this
Oh.
is Holger Blackhand, Berna, Bran's widow, and our hostess today. You've already met.
Widow? A widow's duty is to lie beside her husband.
Oh,
A
he's not
widow's
happy.
duty is to care for the king's son.
Not by our customs, it ain't.
Your customs are barbarous.
Yen's right, to be
A
fair.
custom that demands widows burn themselves alive? Too harsh.
Foreigners.
Holger, perhaps you'd like
I
to
love
show
that.
us the meaning of courage. Walk willingly into flames. I'm sure we can scrape together some wood.
Calling me a coward?
Calm yourself, Holger. You speak to a widow at her husband's wake.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Heard a lot of good things about Bran.
I will miss him sorely. I was not his first wife, but I bore him his firstborn son and saw him off on his final journey. We lived a great many years together.
We should move on, yeah.
Let's move on, Yen.
High time we did as well. Come, Svanrige.
Byrne is a scheming whore. Refuses to admit her reign's ended.
Yeesh.
Bran knew how to keep her in line. Let's drink to his memory.
I shouldn't drink, I've already had one.
Bran. A great king, a great man.
May our next king be his equal.
Geralt,
All right. Let's go.
Well, Holger doesn't seem to be the nicest person in the world, to be frank. Right, Holger Blackhand, the dour-faced Jarl of Pharaoh, owed his nickname to the dark colouring of his hand and forearm, left there by frostbite he suffered when his longship hit an underwater boulder during a freak autumn blizzard. Even judging by Skellige standards, where pillaging and plundering are practically rites of passage, Holger was considered a brutal pirate and raider. This opinion surely resulted from the fact that he attacked the villages and ships of enemy Skellige clans with as much verve as he did the coastal settlements of Sidaris, Novigrad, and Nilfgaard. He's got a massive hook on his fucking neck as well, which is also just very unerring. Right, Svanrige and Twirisak. A hard life awaits the child who cannot escape his parents' shadow. Following the death of his father, the beloved King Bran, Svanrige became the formal ruler of Clan Twirisak, which controlled vast territory on the Isle of Skellige. Yet this quiet and mild-mannered young man seemed firmly tied to the apron strings of his mother Berna, who sought to control his every waking deed. With such an overbearing caretaker, it was hard to imagine how Svanrige could ever grow into a man able to rule a mighty Skellige clan in his own right. So he's kind of being ruled. So Byrne is kind of ruling by proxy, essentially, isn't she?
What's that mean? The Isles are in for hard times. Speak clear.
Who's this
The heart
gentleman?
was deformed. An ill omen always.
An ill omen for me as well. Hear me. What'll become of me?
Fear not, Jarl. I'll not let you perish. I assure you. You need only follow my counsel.
I present to you Geralt of Rivia. Geralt, this is Udalric, Jarl of the Brockfer clan, from Speakerog, and his advisor Hjort.
The White Wolf.
He looks like the Pella from Novigrad, or Galen, really. Alright, what's in store for Yennefer and me?
If you don't mind, Yen, I'd like to ask about us. What's the future hold in store?
The one you seek, you will find. And then she will die.
Oh Jesus Christ! What the fuck?
So I won't meet a tall, dark stranger? I shall have to content myself with you, Geralt.
I sense the mockery in your voice, my lady. But my omens do not lie.
I wish I didn't ask that now, to be honest. I don't generally believe in omens.
Gotta say, never really believed in omens and auguries.
One's belief, or lack thereof, makes no difference.
Tell him what awaits him. What you told me.
Your fates will intertwine. Yours and Udalric's. You will walk in darkness. Before you, fire and shadow.
Alright.
Hear that, Geralt? Everything clear now?
Oh, crystal clear. Thanks for the prediction.
Thanks for the prediction.
You do not believe now, but you will yet remember my words.
Oh, Ciri better not die. Okay, it was nice meeting you.
Nice to meet you both.
A toast. To honor King Bran's memory.
I'm not drinking.
A worthy gesture, Udalric, but I need to keep my head clear today. Got an important conversation later.
He looks miserable. He's like, oh well, fuck you then. I suppose I'll just go and mope.
Strange man.
I hear he's very sick, carrying himself unusually well tonight.
Oh right, he's sick. Okay. So we got Udalric and his advisor probably. So Hjort, it is my humble opinion that the most one can learn from staring at the innards of a gutted animal is whether the poor beast was infested with parasites. Nevertheless, Hjort, like many of the druids of Skellige, placed a great deal of trust in both haruspicy and chiromancy, and oniromancy as well, though that's more understandable, dreams being the royal route to one's soul. Word was that he commanded a great deal of respect and esteem amongst his fellow practitioners, having more than once accurately prophesied the future and interpreted the meaning of obtuse dreams. This druid was devoted to Clan Brockvar with all his heart, and his knowledge and ability made him an excellent advisor. One in whom the Jarl of Spekerog, Udalric of Clan Brockvar, placed a great deal of trust. And Jarl Udalric was an enigmatic figure, to say the least. Some mysterious ill surrounded him, causing others to shirk his company. Geralt could not help but notice that Udalric did seem to be acting strangely and muttering to himself often and showing signs of suppressed panic, as if he lived in constant fear of something or someone. That is interesting, isn't it?
Lies.
Unless Hjort is potentially manipulating him deep down. I don't know though, that's just wild speculation more than anything else. There's a lot of characters in this place, isn't there? That's just kind of been introduced. What about these folks?
Allow me to introduce Geralt of Rivia, a witcher. Geralt, Jarl Dona and Hinda, and Jarl Madman Lugos.
Calling Lugos a madman's an insult to madmen. He's a common goat fucker.
Call me a goat fucker
Jesus
one more
Christ.
time, and I'll chop off your head, stick it on a pike, and piss down your neck hole.
Enough! Time to settle this. Here and now.
Oh, ha ha ha!
Oh,
Give
boy.
me a true fright right now. Shot me best
Jesus
trousers.
Christ, he's pulled out a fucking
Put
sword.
that away before you cut yourself, you cunt.
he dropped the C-bomb. Okay, right. It's getting serious now. Right, calm down.
Thought Skellige's called a
And
truce
also,
for
there's a
feast.
fucking feast. There's a
I
feast
know
going
the
on in memory
hallowed
for Bran here.
customs, but Lugos ought to know that I'll not let him raid my Hinda's fial bare.
You don't scare anyone, Donor. I'll be boy soon to plough you priestesses, drink from your tankard, and shit on your table. Be sure to leave a candle lit for me.
Emperor would be very pleased to hear you quarrel.
His Imperial Majesty is more than welcome to visit.
Let him sail over here. We ain't afraid of the black ones.
Raiding coastal villages is one thing, total war with the Empire
Exactly.
is another.
Awfully
I reckon
melty, this
Nilfgaard would
one.
smash
Don't
Skellige, to be
stir
honest
your
with you.
cauldron and
Especially
pierce
with the
some
states in
boils,
now.
witch. Don't talk when you haven't got a fucking clue.
Whoa, watch your fucking mouth. Right, let's calm down.
Calm down, Lugos.
No wench will teach me how to fight.
I mean,
That was
Yennefer's
not
more
my
than a
intention.
wench.
Come,
You do
Geralt.
not know what
I
you're
believe
getting
this
into.
discussion's run its course.
Well, I do not like Lugos at all. So we have Donna and Hinda. A few Jarls of Skellige was honoured and obeyed as Donna and Hinda, the eldest of their number. Despite his advanced age, he remained the active leader of his clan and its representative at all official gatherings. The only person able to break his composure was Madman Lugos, whose clan had long feuded with the Anhindas. Donna's home was like Frey's temple on Hindisfjall, as befits a neighbour to the gods. Donna was famed for his wise, considered opinions and his piety. This last did not, however, extend to the gods of the continent, whose rich sanctuaries he had often raided in his youth. It's like, I'm pious, but only to my gods. Your gods don't count. Right, though Madman Lugos, Jarl of Clan Drummond, was nothing special in terms of size or strength, most men in the Isle still stepped aside when they saw him coming. Eternally feuding with his neighbours, Lugos had a reputation for a furious and violent temper, and managed to get into shouting matches with even the usually placid Donna and Hinda. Yeah, Lugos's biggest rival was Kraken Kreitz, whom he accused of stealing part of his domain, which in his reckoning encompassed all about Skellige. Okay. The clan's quarrel went back hundreds of years, and there was nothing to indicate it would end while these two fierce enemies lived. Lugos hated Krak with a passion dampened only by the lords of Skellige, and the disproportionate balance of power between the two clans. So I think Madman Lugos is going to be a pain in the ass in this chapter of this game, I'm telling you. Right, let's have this private discussion then, me and Yen. What do we need to talk about exactly?
What now?
Now we pay a visit to Ermion's laboratory.
Oh.
Didn't know we'd been invited.
Because we've not been.
We're being all sneaky all of a sudden. Very well. Let's go. Let's do it.
Take it Ermion won't be there.
That's right.
Where is Ermion right now?
What's the purpose of this
Do we know
visit?
where he is?
We're looking for an object. The Mask of Urboros.
The Mask?
We'll need
the
it.
Mask of Urboros. I recognise the Mask of
Come,
Urboros,
Geralt.
but I don't remember...
Now you'll tell me why you need this mask.
Oh, I shall. In due course.
Take it you'll decide when.
Correct.
Ah, so she's being a bit cryptic. Fair enough. Well, we shall try and get what we need at least. Hopefully we can get in and out unnoticed. I mean, our absences might be a bit noticeable, especially if Crack turns up. He's gonna start asking questions. For now, though, let's just take as much as we can from these containers. You know, while we're here. If no one's here to see me take all this stuff, then okay. No, don't punch a vase, girl. Don't turn into Madman Lugos. You're better than that.
Footsteps.
Oh shit! There's someone down here. Are we sure that Ermion's not here? Or someone else had the same idea as us?
Guards.
Oh, okay.
Hide behind the tapestry.
Sparrows chip, while starlings chirp.
What do jackdaws do?
Jackdaws caw.
What the fuck kind of conversation is this?
Goldfinches
Oh,
warble.
be very
And
careful.
cranes whoop. Whereas peacocks screech. Hawks scream, larks trill, and doves.
Please
they
let
coo.
your lustings
That's all of them.
contain yourself.
What about nightingales?
All right, nightingales croon.
Right. An intense discussion on the noises that birds make. Yeah, keep your tendencies in check in situations like that, guys. Come on. Right.
That was close.
She kind of liked that, didn't she? Kind of tell. Okay. Well, hopefully there's no more guards down here. There shouldn't be. But what we do now know is there is guards between us and the entrance. So, unless they've walked all the way out, which they might have done. Sure, they're not on patrol back and forth, in which case it's going to make it even more awkward. Right.
This'll be tough to open.
Surprises never end. See the ravens?
Hard not to.
Ermion's spies.
Oh.
An indication that we're near his laboratory. I also
Would those
sense
ravens not
fire
know that
magic.
we're here then?
Come. There's a ledge outside this window. We must pass along it.
Oh, the one that was locked a second ago. Very well.
Seen uglier sights in my life.
What a view
Geralt
that
of
is.
Rivia, being
Look
romantic.
at that! My God! Isn't that stunning, guys? That is stunning. Genuinely beautiful. Woohoo! Well then. Well. Okay, let's focus. Generally, what a sight, though. What a sight that is. It's incredible. This game remains beautiful even after all these years, even though it has had an update, obviously, but you get the picture. Okay, so we incredibly easily bypassed that locked door. I mean, someone really should have thought of that in the design process, I'm not gonna lie, but yeah. Ooh, what is this? What is this weird shroud?
Amazing how a hobby can render a man mysterious. Fascinating.
Especially a druid. Looks alive. Must be a real nature lover.
He's got taxidermy. Is he a keen
Had one at
taxidermist?
Moran.
Please.
What do you mean, please? What are you saying? Call me a liar.
100 loose an arrow if you saw that in the woods.
Is Geralt just making funny quips? No, is this the whole reason he's here? There's many stuffed animals here.
A basin of water.
For teleprojection, a reflection of Ermion appears on the surface. Supplicants speak to it.
Ah, okay. That's an interesting magic. There's a door here. Where does this go, I wonder?
Ah!
Are you alright?
Cut myself. The door's locked.
How the hell did you cut yourself? Whoa, what the hell's happening here?
The animals. They're alive. Yen, watch out.
Oh!
Monsters. Feel them. Coming closer. They're everywhere.
I think Geralt's hallucinating.
Time to end this.
Yeah, these animals aren't doing damage to us, but not... yeah, okay, they're doing small amounts of damage. But they're allegedly... Oh god, they keep on going actually.
That's one less.
Strange. Smells of mushrooms in here.
I think...
No. To my mind, it's the scent of sweet grass.
Yeah, there's definitely some hallucinations going on here, seriously. Something is not right. I think that's all the animals dead? All the aggressive ones, anyway. I think Geralt's about to pass out. Oh boy. Oh no. Oh dear god. Geralt, what have you done?
What's happening?
You were hallucinating. You ran at Ermion's animals, sword flailing. I had to calm you.
Must have looked funny.
Must have looked strange.
Your years of vigorous training at Kaer Morhen finally paid off. Bested nearly all the stuffed beasts in here.
Please.
Oh, you got him good there again. Well done.
We've passed the trial of taxidermy. The door stands open.
Let's carry on then.
Let's go inside,
That's
Geralt.
fucking brilliant. I love that. Geralt hallucinated so much. He started a fight with some stuffed
I'll
animals.
lock the entrance. We don't want to raise suspicions.
Is there another way out of here? Well, I guess we can open it again if there isn't.
Ah, our dear druid's laboratory. We must search it thoroughly. The Mask of Urboros must be here.
Right, the Mask of Ermion's
Letter bearing
correspondence.
Ermion's seal to the druids. Warns them about you.
Oh. Brother Druids, be forewarned that sorceress has arrived on Skellige. Her name is Yennefer and she hails from Vengerberg. I know you are immune to feminine wiles and will not let a well-draped skirt muddle your reasoning. Nevertheless, I warn you not to be taken in by her intelligence and refinement. I know who Yennefer is. I do not, however, know the true goal of her stay in Skellige. I see no point in asking her this question directly, for Yennefer is known for her cunning and eloquence. She says not what she thinks, but what she wishes you to hear. You must remember this is no second-rate sorceress. This is a person who breaks bread with the rulers of the North, and who most recently has been working with the Nilfgaardian Emperor himself. Familiar with courts of the world over, she possesses an ability to manipulate that even the wiliest diplomat would envy. Yennefer has displayed an unhealthy interest in the site of the cataclysm we are striving to study. I have not given her permission to go near it, but I caution you to keep your eyes and ears open all the same. The sorceress from Vengerberg is a stubborn and effective manipulator. I know that in the past her and Crack's paths crossed. I suspect that she will wish to use this old friendship for some ulterior purpose. What this is exactly, I will try to determine. Once I do, I will inform you in a separate letter. May the power be with you, brothers. Ermion. Ah. I see.
Wondrous world of insectoids. Ritual plants. Ah, what do you know? Raymond Marlev. A biography enhanced.
Raymond Marlev?
Seems Ermion has real tobacco brought in.
Okay, what else have we got in here? Tales of the Wild
Skellige's
Hunt.
tales about the wild hunt.
The islanders believe the wraiths sail on a longship built of the claws of dead men.
Jesus, that's a hell of a tale. The island folk of Skellige, like many nations of the north, hold a series of beliefs about the wild hunters recorded in legends, myths, and fables. This horrifying phenomenon is said to herald the coming of war and misfortune. Characteristic of their tales and distinguishing them from their continental versions is that the islanders imagine the Wild Hunt not as a cavalcade of rays galloping across the night sky, but as a ghostly longship. The vessel, called the Naglfar, is said to be built of the claws of dead men. For this very reason, superstitious Skelligers remove the nails of their dead, expressly to prevent them from being used to fortify this ghastly ship. In many legends, the Naglfar sails out of Morhog, the land of chaos. Boy, that's something, isn't it? The Corpse of
Goes in for
Novigrad.
light reading, too. The Corpse of Novigrad by Sasha Hadi.
Alexander Hall walked down the long corridor, delighted the sounds of debauchery pouring out of the rooms drowned out the sound of his footsteps. The long-neglected brothel floor creaked and moaned as though the warder regretted being witness to the lecherous scenes fed to it by this house of ill repute, standing in the very centre of the pride of the northern cities. Hall had been generously remunerated for this visit by the wife of a silk merchant. She had long suspected her husband of dabbling with loose women during his working hours. The case had seemed simple enough, banal even, a cheating husband. How many similar affairs had he unravelled? The worst was that his employers never truly wanted him to bring irrefutable proof of their husband's guilt. On the contrary, in the heart of their hearts, they always hoped his investigations would prove their husbands model citizens, and their suspicions wholly unfounded. This time, it truly did turn out the woman's husband was no whoremonger, despite the fact that his trail led Alexander to a place in which fleshly pleasures were bought and sold. The door in front of which he stopped, following the instructions he had received from the gnome at the entrance, had a small plaque with the number 16 on it. Unlike the other rooms, this one was enveloped in an unsettling calm. Ho turned the doorknob and pushed the door open, and what he saw behind it far exceeded his worst expectations. How exciting.
Dwarven triple mead.
Triple mead? Jesus Christ, he does not mess around, does he? What's this
Laboratory worthy of an imperial alchemist.
And a nice horsey here.
A goat carved out of lindenwood, signed to Uncle Ermion.
Little Ciri's handiwork. That's what she called him when he was her tutor.
Ah, sword in the stone here.
A sword in a stone. Things begging me to pull it out.
Oh, Geralt.
It's not in the stone, don't you see? It's held there by a vice.
How embarrassing. Are you trying to mock the
Looks
statue?
like Ermion places something in the statue's hand.
Oh. Need to look around some more. I
Need
feel like
something
that
else.
might open that
Gotta
wall
look around.
behind the statue, maybe?
Look at this. A detailed map of the Northern Kingdoms. Even shows spheres of influence over the ages.
Out of date.
Out of date. There's a
A
skull.
child's skull.
That's disturbing. What's this thing?
Ermion's wand. He's one of the few druids to use one.
Anything else? The
Pinecone. Didn't expect this. A large female.
Alright, anything else in here? Nothing else to pick up, I don't think. So, for now, we are going to end this episode here, guys. Next episode, we'll make an attempt to... Oh, the White Frost as well, actually. One can hear Ithlin's prophecy whispered at every market, garbled and reused by every village witch, delved into in any treatise touching on soothers and diviners and in general saturating our common culture. We all know the time of the Wolf's Blizzard approaches, the time of the White Frost, and that the world will perish amidst ice. But few truly understand the meaning of these words. The self-proclaimed prophets who shout out Ithlin's words mistake stars reflected in a still pond for the sky. For the White Frost is no legend or mythical apocalypse, it is a natural phenomenon that can be described in the dry yet precise language of scholarship. The renowned scholar of Thorn studies have clearly shown that our world is not the centre of the universe, but one of 1,000 such globes spinning in the endless darkness of space. This space is usually described as a vacuum, yet to do so is grossly misleading. Through this vacuum swims, invisible to the naked eye, the White Frost. We do not know exactly what the White Frost is, perhaps a microscopic dust that blocks the incoming light of the sun, perhaps infinitesimal particles of the sort postulated by Democritus Ballad with the unusual property of suckling up warmth as a sponge does water. We know for certain, however, that thanks to telescopic observations of elven astronomers, the White Frost, whatever it is, has already destroyed a great many worlds, the star systems in which it appears to perish into lifeless hunks of ice over the course of a few decades. Furthermore, each scholar is agreed that the White Frost will one day come to our world. Ithlin's prophecy, though based on magic intuition and not scientific observation, thus appears to foretell the truth. Many mages are skeptical about theses presented here. I recommend they carry out the same experiments I have conducted in my own laboratory. Using the spell Portus Asterium, open a microscopic portal for 3.5 seconds. The coordinates 03, 31, 48, 90, 89, 27, 09, 34. Yet before you do, dress in your warmest furs and ready an axe for breaking through thick ice. That sounds bonkers to me. Okay, but anyway, like I was saying, we shall end this episode here. Next episode, we'll attempt to open this wall and see what we can find behind it. Probably the Mask of Ouroboros, but who knows. So thanks again, guys. Hope you have enjoyed. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.